Okay.
Hello, Mr. Gizmos. This is the new eChatter management team. We're here with you today to present our vision for what eChatter should look like going forward. Our mission for this team, similar to what we did with eWrite, is to create a highly functional team which can overcome the current conflicts and challenges that the eChatter team is currently facing, as well as to create a sustainable team such that the next management team, which will transition into our role, will have an easy time working with a highly functional unit. To this team, we hope to bring professionalism and humility on the main facets of level 5 leadership. And we hope to bring this project back on track and make this one of our profitable business units, just like eWrite became.
Hi, but before we dive into how we'd be going about bringing this change, we would like to suggest our principles of management through which we actually have successfully governed the eWrite team as well. So the first thing that we wanted to imply is that we're not above the team. We just contribute in a very different manner. So we're all of us are at the same level, and we try to incorporate everyone as we go along in this project forward. We definitely try to model the way by establishing certain expectations from our team, which we also then hold ourselves to. We hold ourselves to the same standard as we do our team, and we quite firmly establish those expectations in the beginning itself. We expect a certain level of trust and transparency, and we tend to provide an atmosphere through which we can foster those phases of good management in our managing style. We have a very open door policy. We encourage our employees or our team members to come talk to us in case they have any problems or about anything in general. We love to share actual progress with our employees. We try to be positive, but we tend to be honest. We don't hide anything from our employees. We don't tend to restrict our employees in any way so that might hamper innovation. So we have fewer rules, but we do make sure that they are followed and does not enforce anything less innovative. We explain why people are staffed on a particular project, and so that they're clear on what they're doing. We tend to value motivation a lot, and as you've mentioned, that the motivation among the team members is currently very low. Turning this around would actually involve certain extrinsic benefits, and they should be provided, but we found through our experiences that these areas are better developed by providing intrinsic motivation. We've targeted 4 main facets of intrinsic motivation that we want to target. The first one is meaningfulness. We want to foster a shared strategic vision, and this would actually make the team members focus on a particular goal, and not would help them contribute in a better manner, and also help them understand why they're part of the team. The other one is progress. We need to value progress and celebrate incremental victories as we go along in the project. They should have a sense of choice. We should assign people to an area which kind of defines their work package and how they have come across, and that kind of helps them contribute in a better manner. And the last one is competence. So we assure individuals are kept on a particular stream of a project because they're competent enough on to actually carry out the project. Now I have Jiaxi who would be explaining our approach to this leadership.
Thank you, Mata. So to deliver our principles and to deal with the current situation, we have a 4 approach to deal with the problem. First, we will take time to diagnose what actually is going on, and we will do that by individual meetings. And then we will work with teams to develop specific group mission. We will distribute our work and talk about a strategy for turn the project around. Then we will provide feedback and coaching and resources to support the team member personally and professionally in approaching their work. After that, we will conduct group meetings to maintain an honest assessment of progress. and take other steps to foster group collaboration and trust, and do that regularly. So next, I will have Andrews to have some detailed explanation of our steps.
Thanks, Yachi. So our first step will be to have an approach on individual meetings. This will be our first priority, and the idea is to get a complete diagnosis on what is going on with the each other project. So to get that situational assessment, we first would like to know which is the actual state of the project regarding each team member, which are the personal concerns and opinions from each one of the team members, and we want to learn why the morale is low. We think that it's pretty tight on the project status, so we think there's a direct relation between morale and the project progress. Also, we want to learn why the people that have left the project, why they left, and also the people that are still working on the project, why they decided to stay. So those learning about those two options, we want to have a deep understanding. And our second step is focused on having a group kickoff meeting. So the main objective is, well, first to explain the purpose and re-explain why we are here. Also, we want to present to the entire team our conclusions about the individual meetings, and also sharing with the entire team. We want to get feedback from them in order to make the closure of that process, and then explain our goals and expectations in general, so that we can make sure that the entire team is aligned on those. We also want to make everyone part of a brief team charter, and that would take into account, we want to make sure that we get consensus on each one of the team members, and obviously that includes a team mission. That's very important that the whole team it's aligned with a mission, and obviously everything related to communication, conflict resolution, scheduling protocols, and also leadership style. And finally, defining roles and sub-teams if necessary. Now I'll leave John to the next.
So to follow up from that, obviously we can't just leave it with the kickoff meeting. So we're going to follow it up with various group-based meetings and activities. In particular, we want to maintain and continue having town hall meetings, kind of that professional check-in. We want to get progress reports, establish the next milestones we're going to be following, and especially to maintain morale, set up a means of celebrating the small victories we'll have made with each one between meetings. Revisiting the next steps, as I said, to define the next small milestones we're going to be looking at, and then going over any sort of high-level conflict management we might have to do, say where resources are being allocated and things like that. And then from an informal perspective, because this is heavily about team morale, we do really want to focus on getting people to be friends, and towards that, we'll be looking at doing things like catered lunches and generally getting people to spend positive time together outside of the working environment. Then individually, for coaching purposes, just for establishing a positive atmosphere, we want to go through and check, okay, how are things going? How do you feel things have gotten better? Is there any way that things have gotten worse? And what do you think we can do to improve? Checking on their motivation, and then going through sort of a basic coaching process, as we've done with our own teams so far, looking at how they feel, their abilities, and matching up with the assignments they're doing, what resources we can provide to help, and generally trying to assist them in, again, basically doing a rapid turnaround of the project and really building things up. However, in order to do this, we do have things that we will need from you guys in the executive suite. We can't do this on our own because of the resources involved. So in particular, we really will need and do expect open communication from you guys about the way you think things are going and how you want things to be improving from there. And we'll provide that to you as well. And also, again, we're looking at adding additional extrinsic motivation to doing things like catered lunches and providing new resources. We're going to need the resources to do that. Thanks.
Great.